Hey guys, so I wanted to talk to you about something that I hear a lot of questions about and people are really concerned about, especially when you're a new director, is how do I hire the right person for my program? What makes the right hire for my program? I hire people, they don't last very long, they call out. How do I get good people in my program? So this is probably the number one thing that I hear from directors is how do I get the right people? The second is probably questions about parents, how to get the right ones, how to handle complicated ones, what if they don't pay, parent issues. But the number one concern is how do I get the right people in my program and how do I keep them there? So I wanted to talk about what to do with your first hire or your next hire so that you are hiring the right person for your program. And the thing is that a lot of times we feel like we have to hire right now. We have not a lot of time to go, and we have to get somebody in there or we're going to be out of ratio. But we have to start thinking before it's time to hire about what we want. We have to have the right mindset, which is we have to hire for the cultural fit for our program over skills and over experience. I know this is a little counterintuitive. You want to hire a lead teacher who has lots of experience, who knows what she's doing. But you know what? If her educational philosophy is significantly different from yours, you're going to be butting heads the whole time. She's going to call out. It's not going to work. So it all starts with your mindset and understanding what you want in a teacher, what you want in an assistant, what you want in an assistant director. Whatever the position is, you have to start inside your head. What is it that you want? What is it that you need? So start with the mindset. What makes your program stand out? What makes your program different? Okay? So understanding what people are looking for when they come to enroll or come to work at your center is very key. The next part is figuring out what do you want for that specific position. Okay? What do you want? What do you need? And what do you dream of? Okay? All three of these are real important. What do I want? What do I need? And what I dream of. So what you have to have. So let's just go through a couple of examples. So if you're looking for an after-school teacher, what is the thing that you have to have? What do you have to have for an after-school teacher? Now, I don't know your program. I don't. But for me, what an after-school teacher has to have is they have to have a lot of energy and a lot of enthusiasm. And they've got to be consistent. The teachers need to know that if they ask the same question on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they're going to get the same answer Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay? And they need to have respect. Because if they have respect, then they will command respect from the kids. If they're not respectful, then they won't command respect from the kids. Okay? So those are the three things they have to have. They have to have that energetic enthusiasm. They have to be consistent. And they have to be respectful. Everything else I can teach. Everything else I can teach. Now, what do I want? I want them to be experienced. I want them to have a special skill, like maybe they were a gymnast, or maybe they were a cheerleader, or maybe they played soccer, or maybe they were a chess champion. I don't know, but I want them to have a special skill, something that they're passionate about. That's what I want. And if I were to pick up what is an ideal dream after-school teacher, school-age teacher, it would be that there were somebody who was studying to be an elementary school teacher, right? I would want them to be somebody who this is what they want to do. And so they're already studying about curriculum, and maybe they want a full-time, they want more hours than just the 3 to 6 that is the normal after school. So maybe I can have them come on as my curriculum coordinator. So they come in maybe at 1 o'clock instead of at 3 o'clock, and they work on curriculum for the other classrooms. I got a little something, a little something extra, right? Or maybe they work from 3 to 6, but then they do curriculum work from 6 to 8. Because, I mean, when I was a college student, I wasn't ready to go hang out with my friends at 6 o'clock. So if I had worked until 8, that would have been perfectly okay. I don't need to be there when they're working. The center doesn't need to be open while that person is working on curriculum. So maybe that's a thing to look at. So those are things I would want from an after-school teacher. Well, what do I need from an infant teacher? Okay, I don't need a lot of energetic enthusiasm in the infant room. It's kind of wasted, right? What I need in the infant room is I need somebody who's a nurturer and somebody who is calm and can multitask. Because if you can't multitask, you're not going to make it through an infant room, and good Lord, you're definitely not going to make it through a toddler room, right? Multitasking is important in both infant and toddler teachers. So that's what I need. So I need to know that they can multitask and they can stay calm when 3 babies are losing their minds. What I want is them to be a parent. I love having infant teachers who are parents because they are not as easily freaked out by weird things that happen with babies. Because weird things do happen with babies, and if you've never had one, poop that is the consistency of a slushie is very odd, and that can freak them out. I want them to have experience. They don't need to have experience in the infant room, but I want them to have experience, and I want them to have some music in their soul. I want them to sing or to play varying different kinds of music in the classroom. Those are things that I want from an infant teacher. Now, I don't need that. I need them to be calm, I need them to be nurturing, and I need them to be able to multitask. And the dream is, of course, for me, I love to have a grandpa in my infant room. I know I'm weird, but I want a grandparent. And I want them to be cuddly. I want at least one of my infant teachers to be cuddly. And if they understand infant curriculum, so I'm not having to create all of it or purchase all of it, that would be great. So once you know what you need, what you want, and what your dream person is, then you can start trying to figure out how to get them to come to your program. So if you don't know that, so you should be doing that proactively going forward. Day to day, you should know, okay, if I was going to bring somebody else into my infant program, this is what I need. This is what I want, and this is what would be a dream. Same thing in your toddler, same thing in your pre-K, same thing in your after school, same thing with administrative support. If you were bringing somebody new on, what would you be looking for? So that you have that in your head, so when you need to place the ad, it's going to be easier. Because you already know who you're looking for, what you're looking for, okay? That's what we want, okay? So once we have that, once you know who they are, then it's much easier to figure out where to find them, okay? If you're looking for that grandma, LinkedIn is probably not going to be a good place to advertise for a position. If you're looking for somebody who is an education major, then is Facebook going to be the right place to advertise for them? Is Open Door? Is Indeed? Or would it make sense to maybe do an ad on Instagram? Think through where that ideal client, that ideal employee would be hanging out, and that's where you write the ad. Okay? And I hate most employment ads. I hate most of them. I really do. Because they're not really employment ads. They're a copy of the job description. And that's not advertising. It's just not. That is your job description. The ad needs to grab people's attention. It needs to bring them in. And it needs to bring in that highly energetic after-school teacher, right? That consistent, energetic after-school teacher. So it needs to grab them and go, have you ever been paid to play soccer? Would you like to? If so, our after-school program is looking for you. Or Don't you miss doing double Dutch? Would you like to come teach some kids how to double Dutch? What is that thing that you could bring them in with? What are things that person, the person that you're looking for your program, what would catch their attention? And that needs to be in the ad, not full-time, part-time childcare worker looking for a good time. Please join our challenging work environment with an accredited childcare center located at 123 Main Street, blah, 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 blah. Those are horrible ads. They're not going to attract the people you want. Your ad needs to be focused on that ideal client, that dream teacher. How would you attract them? How would you snatch them up? Once you have that, you'll get the applications coming in, and it'll be much easier to hire. I have trained on this for as much as 8 hours in a day. So if you want to know more about how to create your dream team, comment below. I have a 2-hour training about building your dream team. I'd love to share it with you. Please like and share this video with other people you think maybe are nervous about hiring, or they've made some bad hiring decisions in the past. And this is a different way to think about it. Hire for the cultural fit. Hire for what you want, not their skills, not their experience. It makes such a difference. You can train them with the skills. They can work for you and get the experience. But the cultural fit, there's nothing else. There is no way to get that if it's not there in the beginning. So, thank you so much. If you need the training hours, I want you to comment below with either the 3 things that you need for an after school or an infants teacher. They don't have to be the same as mine, but if you want to use those, feel free to. Okay, thanks so much.